single life is like sports. Different conferences. Think about that. Like when you're dating, think about when our 20s, when you're dating. I think there's a lot of dudes you can understand is when you're dating, it's the SEC, which is what say the top conference.
Yeah, and the competition is really
Oh,
hard.
it's fierce in
And
the SEC.
I mean,
Everything's televised.
You're not playing against the team that your opponent. You're
Yeah.
playing against other
field,
teams
yeah.
in different It's just you don't have to be not only the best. You gotta be. God, you gotta.
Everything's
be
televised.
yeah.
Everything on Front Street, and then you got like let's say like the MEAC conference or something like that. You know, they have competition, but it ain't gonna be televised. It's still, you know, you playing meaningful games, I guess. But you know, saying you want most dudes, they try to want the top tier stuff. They want to be top tier daters. You know, they want to be in the SEC, but you don't realize the resources that you gotta have. Like you think about Georgia, they got all the talent.
Yeah.
How much does that cost to have all the talent? You know what I'm saying? Like to maintain it, how much does that cost? Have the facilities to maintain it.
Yeah.
The talent.
And then when when you're talking to women or men, people think they got like false options. They think they get all these options,
Right.
but how many of these men really want to be with you, and how many of these girls that you so-called get will really gonna be with you? You know what I mean? Can you marry any of these women? Can you commit to them, or
most
will
people not
they
even
commit
thinking
to
about
you?
marriage though. Like,
Or I mean, but you know what I mean? Do you really have them,
even
though?
with colleges though? Like if Georgia or it's just like with Georgia, right? Or some of these big schools, they got the money. How many kids would go there if they didn't have the money? Kind of like HBCU. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean,
saying? Like if you're on the HBCU level and you dating, you're not gonna get SEC talent. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
but then sometimes they fall to you. Right?
I understand.
But
that's more.
But like, let's say Georgia, right? They think they count all they got all these 5-star recruits, right?
Can't start all of them.
And you can't get all of them.
Right.
But the only thing they do is go after 5-star recruit. They think they all got all these options.
Right.
And then one 5-star recruit go to the HBCU and blah blah blah. When the season start, they didn't get all of them.
That's
They're
true.
not gonna get all of them.
That's true.
So they thought they had all these options. In reality, you know what I mean? They got 2 of the 27 5-star recruits they recruited heavily.
Right.
And they didn't really take the time to really look at some 4-star and some 3-star recruits that was really promising. You know what I mean? And that's a dating thing. People will look at you or look at your school like, well, I don't want to be with him. I need to be with this type of person because he showed me interest.
But you don't have you want 5-star school, but you don't have the 5-star talent though.
Yeah, and exactly.
They go for man or woman.
But like just because they interested in you and they sent the letter to you,
intent,
you think, I can go to that school. No, like they only got a certain amount of scholarships. Like they looking at you because you got the size. Like you 6'7".
Right.
They looking at you, but you don't really got the skills like that.
Exactly.
So you going home telling everybody, I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to Florida. Like,
Florida,
no, they sent you a letter like of interest.
But they ain't even came and recruited you or nothing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know what I mean? You showing off your letter, you know what I mean? But then when school start, they really didn't do nothing. So you really should have been trying to look for some other schools or look for another candidate that kind of fits who you are and what you're trying to do.
So know what conference you in. That's pretty much what we're saying. Know what conference you in. Don't go try to compete with the SEC if you ain't on the SEC level.
Or give those other schools or give people chances. You know what I mean? Let them come interview. Let them do their spiel.
Do the recruit,
You know what I mean?
Look
like,
at the game film. Yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't want to go there. I mean, I'm not interested.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you kind of listen. You know what I mean?